you are in a toxic relationship. We've had cases of people having issues, breakups, dangerous breakups leading to people, unaliving each other, damaging each other, hurting each other physically, emotionally, and otherwise. We've had many of those cases, and it is now becoming a major issue. So we have to look at what brings about these breakups, what brings about these challenges, and what is the bottom line is toxic relationship. What brings about all these problems, all these partners unaliving each other, partners maiming each other, and one problem or the other, bad breakups, bad social presentation, bad feelings and hurt is as a result of toxic relationship. Your relationship cannot be sweet and enjoyable and it will end up that way. No, the relationship is always toxic. It has to always be toxic before it can bring mature into degenerate into such a chaos. And how do we know when these relationships get to this point for us to be able to withdraw, for us to be able to pull away, for us to be able to back off in good enough time to avoid all these problems, to avoid that danger point? That's what we want to look at today, and we summarize it into 10 places saying, how do you know your relationship is toxic? It is when you know that your relationship is toxic that you should be able to do something about it, pull away or terminate it, or do one thing or the other to save yourself, okay, the pain of the future. This is kechysvibes matchmaking and love relationship platform. We come to find love, connection, relationship, and learn how to make our relationships to become sweet, enjoyable, vibrant, and lasting. If you are there and you're looking for a partner, anytime we are live is a time for matchmaking. So you can always send us an invite to bring up to the screen. You tell us your name, your age, location, blog, region, type, what you do for a living, and then you describe the kind of a partner you want. Who knows, your partner may be there at the comment section waiting for you. Connection will take place immediately. Or if you don't want to join us in our community, or if you don't want to come up to the screen, you can join us in our community. There's a link somewhere, either around the video, in the bio, in the description, in the comment section. A link will take you straight to our community where we do matchmaking, or drop all your information at the comment section. All this information that I asked you of, drop all of them at the comment section. We'll pick it up from there and work on it for you. So today we're looking at how to know your relationship is toxic. This information is very vital for all of us, so that when you start seeing these signs, you sit up and know that no, something is wrong. Either you start addressing it or you start planning on how to pull out from that relationship before it will degenerate into something that is not pleasant. So the first thing you will see in a relationship that will make you know that, oh, this relationship is not heading anywhere healthy, it's not giving, is when you are always having a partner that is constantly criticizing you. When you're always having criticisms from your partner, there's nothing you do that is good. You make your tie, you put your tie very well, she's complaining. You do your hair, she's complaining. Everything you do, you even talk, the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you eat, everything has become sour in her mouth or in her eyes. He is not seeing anything good about you again, or she is not seeing anything good about you. He is always complaining about you, or she is always criticizing you. Then you know that something is wrong. Then you now see lack of trust. If your relationship, your partner doesn't trust you, or you don't trust him or her, and you have made it clear to him or her that you don't trust, and then nothing is done, she is not doing something to build the trust, or to rebuild the trust, or to salvage the situation, then it is a sign that that relationship is not heading anywhere good. The next thing you will see, you watch out for in your relationship is manipulation. If you have a partner, your relationship is such that your partner is always manipulating you, knows how to turn things around, knows how to use what something is black, he's not saying it's red, something tampering with your mental health, making you to feel, gaslighting you, making you to feel that what you're seeing is not what you're seeing, or just manipulating things, turning things the way that it will suit him or suit her, or making you to feel guilty, making you to feel impoverished every time, then it is a sign that your relationship is toxic. If your partner is frequently arguing, there's nothing that is well with her, there's nothing that she lies, or nothing that he lies. It's always arguing over every little thing he or she argues. You tell her this is red, she argues that it's black. You tell her this is black, he argues that no, that is a sign that something is wrong somewhere. Something is wrong. Then the person is abusing you emotionally or physically. You can abuse somebody physically, and you can abuse somebody physically. If the abuse is there, he or she is always reminding you, making you feel bad, making you feel uncomfortable, then that is a toxic relationship. It's time for you to look elsewhere or to start looking for what to do. He or she making you to feel drained every time you are exhausted, you are feeling tired, you are feeling weak over every little your relationship with him or her. Instead of building you up, instead of making you to feel happy, alive, vibrant, and feel good, you are feeling drained, you are feeling incapacitated, you are feeling you are feeling a bad vibe. That relationship is toxic. The person has a controlling behavior, likes to direct you on what to do, control you. Not that controlling your partner is bad, as in bad, but when it's excessive, she wants to go to the market, say no, it is not time for her to go, it's time for her to go to the spa. He wants to take dinner, he say no, it's not yet time for dinner, it is time. Every little, she likes to be in charge, he likes to speak, decide for you everything he or she wants to decide. Then it's a problem. Then she is always in isolation, wants to isolate you. He doesn't want you to mingle with your friends, doesn't want you to mingle with your partners, your colleagues in the office. It's trying to stifle your relationship, your circle of influence or your support system. He is not comfortable with it. He's trying to isolate you. You want to go to see your parents, he or she is coming up with one reason or the other why you shouldn't go. You want to go hang out with your friends, he or she is saying no, it's not the proper thing to do. Then that relationship is what to describe as a toxic relationship. Then the partner is always inconsistent in his behavior, unpredictable. You don't know what to do to please him, you don't know what to do to please her. The first moment he's laughing, the next minute is angry. You say something that should make somebody to ordinarily laugh, you try to create fun, he or she is not finding it funny. Then what are you doing with that kind of a relationship? This is what I'm talking about. Toxic relationship. How to know your relationship is toxic and how to pull away from it safely on time before it will become a chaos. That's what I'm looking at today. So if you are there, you want to come to the screen, you have any contribution to make, you have any advice, any counsel, please come up to the screen. Let's hear your own views. Or if you are here, you want a partner, you want a soulmate, you want a connection, you can send us an invite to bring up to the screen. You tell us your name, your age, location, blog, what you do for a living. Then you describe the kind of a partner you want. Who knows, your partner might be somewhere there at the connection or waiting for you to turn up, and connection will take place immediately. Today we are looking at 10 ways to know that your relationship is toxic, that you have to watch out for, to know when to pull out from that relationship before it to become a problem. So the first thing we said, we'll just go back in case you're joining now. We are talking about 10 signs that your relationship is toxic. We say if your relationship is toxic, you have a partner who is constantly criticizing you. Everything you do, he or she criticizes, doesn't see anything right about you, doesn't see anything good about you, constantly criticizing you, doesn't trust you. There's a lack of trust in your relationship, manipulation, frequently arguing. He or she is always trying to control you, is stopping you from, isolating you from our support system. He's making you to feel drained. You feel drained every time, emotionally and physically abuses you, frequently arguing over everything. And he or she is not predictable. You cannot say my partner will like this and then you get it for him or her. You just be at loaf every time. That is where you know that your relationship is not what it's supposed to be. It's toxic, and it's time for you to think of how to do to pull away. So we are saying that the ways you can pull away from such a relationship without having a problem is, there are 10 also. We've brought out the 10 ways you can pull out from that kind of relationship. I can see you. Thank you very much for your presence. Yeah, I can see you. I am here in the United Kingdom. I'm streaming from United Kingdom. What of you are you streaming from? I can see Steadfast Digital World. Thank you for your presence. I appreciate. So we're talking about 10 signs that your relationship is toxic and what you can do to pull out from that relationship safely without any problem. We have mentioned 10 ways you can use to know. Then the 10 ways you can use and pull out will be, you should not forward. One, you have to acknowledge that there's a problem. Realize the fact that these problems are there, that this marriage or this relationship has a problem. How you get to know that they have a problem is by the time you see all these 10 signs we have mentioned, then you know automatically that your relationship has a problem. Once you be able to identify the fact that the relationship has a problem, that's the first one. Then you now plan a way of breaking away. plan a way of breaking away without any problem. So I said, acknowledge there's a problem, set boundaries, let there be no-go areas, let there be things that he or she cannot do in that relationship, and let it be clear to both parties. Then seek support, can seek counsel from friends for relations, or seek professional advice. Can meet a kind of a therapist, suggest, explain everything to him or her, let him or her counsel you. You can also end your communication with him or her. Stop communicating with such a person either through text messages or through phone calls. You can even block him or her. Block him or her so that the person doesn't have access to you again, because some people may have a way of getting back to you. No matter what you do, they may have a way of getting back to you, and you will not be able to take that decision and take your move. So the next thing you must do is to make sure that you are firm in your decision. When you have decided to break out from that relationship, try and be firm. Don't let it be so that tomorrow you are saying, okay, I've made up my mind. Next tomorrow you are changing your mind. Next tomorrow you are, try and be firm. Once you have identified the fact that your relationship is toxic, try and learn, formulate a plan on how to break away and be firm. Give yourself time to heal. Yes, it might take time, but you need to heal. Practice self-care. Try to practice self-love. Take up a program, take up a career, take up a training, take up a course, take up a hobby that can make you to build back your self ego, your self-esteem. Build it back again, and that is how you're going to be fine. The last but not the least way you can use to break away from such a toxic relationship without a problem is you must sit down and reflect on that relationship. Reflect on that relationship and check, find out where it went wrong, why it went wrong, and when it went wrong, then how it went wrong. You are able to do this. You should do this because it's going to be the thing that will make you to know when to enter into the next relationship, what you don't do and what you can do to avoid a similar problem, to avoid a repeat. Check, do a self-appraisal. Am I the cause? Am I the reason why this relationship became toxic? If you are the cause, then how did you miss it? How did you make that mistake? By the time you sit down and think, tell yourself the truth, find out what went wrong, at what stage did it go wrong, what could you have done ordinarily, what could you have done differently, and by the time you are finished reflecting back on this, it will help you to know how to enter into the next relationship without repeating those mistakes. Or once you see such a sign that you saw initially in that one that broke down, you will now know that I'm seeing this sign again. I saw it once and it didn't go down well with me. This sign I'm seeing now, this is where it's likely to lead to. So you start working on it immediately. Start nipping out from the bud immediately you see such a sign. So that is it. How to navigate your way around a toxic relationship without hurting yourself, without damaging anything, so that you'll be able to safely bring yourself out of that relationship. So far so good. This is kechysvibes matchmaking platform where we see friends, where we find friends, find connection, find soulmates, find lovers, and also learn how to make our relationships to be sweet, enjoyable, vibrant, and lasting. If you are there, you want a partner, you want a soulmate, you want to connect with somebody, send us an invite to bring up to the screen so you can connect with your person by yourself. Tell us your name, your age, location, blog, regional type, what to do for a living, describe the kind of a partner you want. Or you can drop all this information at the comment section. Your partner might see it and then say hello to you. Connection will start off immediately. Or you can join us in our community. After this live, I'll drop a link at the comment section that will take you straight to our community where we do matchmaking. Who knows, your partner might even be there already waiting for you. So if you are joining us right now, we are talking about the 10 ways to know, 10 signs that will make you know that your relationship is toxic, so that you'll be able to do something about it on time before it will bring about a situation whereby people start unaliving each other, or the relationship becomes turbulent. Before you to get to that point, you know it has happened, and then we are taught about ways you can come out from that kind of a relationship without hurting anybody, without hurting yourself, and in good time. So if you are just joining us now, let's just do a recap. Let's just do a recap of what we have been talking about, so that you'll be able to get it straight and get the summary of the whole thing, because this is something that everybody has to know, because it's going to help us to build our relationships and make it to become better. Just listen very well if you are just joining us now. 10 signs to know that your relationship is toxic are: 1. Constant criticism. One partner often battles, belittles, or pulls down the other, attacking their character rather than addressing issues constructively. Number two is lack of trust. There is constant suspicion, jealousy, or dishonesty leading to a breakdown in trust. Number three is manipulation. One partner may use guilt or other emotional tactics to get what they want or control the other person. Number four is frequent arguments. While disagreements are normal, constant fighting or bickering without resolution indicates deeper issues. Number five is emotional or physical abuse. Verbal insults, emotional neglect, stress, or any form of physical harm are clear signs of toxicity. Number six is feeling drained. One person feels emotionally exhausted, insecure, or unhappy after interactions with the other person. Number seven is lack of support. One partner fails to offer support during challenging times or even actively discourages the other person's goals or dreams. Number eight is controlling behavior. One partner tries to control the other person, or the other person controls the partner's aspects of life, such as their actions, their friends, choices, or even regard to their feelings. Number 10, the last but not the least sign of toxicity in your relationship is the partner may try to isolate you from friends, family, or other support system to gain more control over you. Inconsistent or unpredictable behavior is still another sign. The partner's behavior is unpredictable, leaving the other person constantly walking on eggshell, unsure of what to expect. You see, you will not know what to expect because of his or her behavior. Well, there are 10 ways to break away from this toxicity that we have put together. Number one is you acknowledge the problem. Make sure you know that you feel within yourself for certainty that there is a problem. Recognize that the relationship is harmful and that changes that are needed are for your well-being. Another thing is you set boundaries. Define clear boundaries to protect your emotional and mental space. Stand firm in upholding them. Number three is seek support. Talk to a trusted friend or trusted friends, family, or counselors to gain perspective and encouragement. Support from others is the key to breaking free from such a relationship. Another thing is to create a safety plan. If the relationship involves any form of abuse, have a safety plan in place. Whether that involves a place to go or people to contact. Another thing is end communication once they have made a decision to leave. Cut off. Once you have made a decision to leave him or her, cut off. Cut off communication, whether it is through blocking them on social media, phone call, or in person. The next thing you can do is to seek professional help. If you are struggling with emotional dependency or trauma from the relationship, therapy or counseling can help you heal and make you to move forward. The next thing is you reflect on the relationship. Take time to understand the patterns that kept you in that relationship and learn from them to avoid repeating such a thing in future. Another thing you can do is to practice self-care. Focus on self-care activities that boost your self-worth and confidence, such as exercise, hobbies, or spending time with people that uplift you. The next thing you can do to come away from untoxic relationship is be firm in your decision. The person may try to manipulate or guilt you into staying. Be firm in your decision and remind yourself why you are leaving. Give yourself time to heal. Living a toxic relationship can be emotionally challenging. Allow yourself time to process grief and grow from the experience before entering into another relationship. Breaking free from a toxic relationship takes courage and self-love, but is essential for your long-term happiness and well-being. Or what do you think? Toxic relationship is what you're talking about. All the chaos, all the breakups, all the heartbreaks, all the problems, divorces we have all over, they didn't just imagine, they didn't just erupt suddenly. They started showing signs of toxicity. So these are the signs we are talking about now. Once you start seeing such signs, please run. Plan a Make a plan B for that relationship and think of how to either build up whatever thing that is lacking in that relationship or plan on how to exit that relationship before things will deteriorate, before things will get to the point of a partner feeling like terminating the life of the other. This is what we're talking about now. And if you are able to notice any of these 10 things in your relationship, it's time for you to sit up and talk to your partner, engage him or her on a serious heart-to-heart talk to straighten all these errors, straighten all these anomalies, then move the relationship forward. If you try your best to settle it, to talk to over things with him or her for these problems to be over and done with, and he or she is not forthcoming, then you might consider to leave that relationship. And how to leave the relationship is what we have also brought forth as a way of you living your toxic relationship peacefully and safely without any problem. That's what we have brought out, and we are to do a quick rundown of how you can run away from a toxic relationship without breaking down the system, without collapsing the system, without creating an error. The quick rundown on about how you can break away from a toxic relationship without creating a chaos and do it safely is: number one, you have to acknowledge the fact that there's a problem. Recognize the fact, be sure within yourself that yes, there's a problem in the relationship. Then set boundaries, seek support, create a safety plan, end the communication between him and her, whatever thing it is you could be discussing with, end it. Then seek professional help. If you need a professional help, seek for professional help, seek for support. Practice self-love, improve yourself, take up a course, take up a career, start off a hobby that you can use to unwind, that you can use to relieve yourself of the stress. Then you can now sit down and reflect on the relationship, think properly what went wrong, how did it happen, so that you'll be able to avoid such a mistake in your next relationship. The next thing you must do is to give yourself time to heal. Okay, be firm in your decision. Don't do it in a way that, don't let him or her talk you into changing your mind. Once you have made up your mind that this relationship is toxic, I'm not able to continue, be firm in your decision and gradually use these methods we are saying and pull away out of it to be able to maintain your mental health and your happiness and joy. Thank you very much, my senior Auntie Joy. I can see you. Thank you. The person that's always sharing your live video used to put some write-ups that you have a WhatsApp platform to find love. Yes, we have a WhatsApp platform to find love where we have a connection. Yes, we do. It's a vibrant community that we go there to destroy the depression, fraternize with each other. Who knows? Anytime we have a new person, the person is supposed to put up his or her name, age, location, blood group, genotype, what the person does for a living. You put it out there on the WhatsApp platform, and anybody who, tell us the kind of a partner you want, mention the age range. Whoever person that feels you, that feels that you are his or her vibe, or you are his or her spec, will connect up with you, and you people start chatting, and as time goes on, if you people agree with each other, you send us an invite to come and follow you and drink palm wine. And if the person you are chatting with ends up not being your partner, not being your spec, no problem, you are still in the system, you are still in the WhatsApp page. Anytime any new person comes and puts up his or her own information, and you feel that this is my guy or this is my babe, connect up with him or her and then start chatting. It's a free place. We don't collect money. Some people come on live and ask, ma, do you collect money for your platform? I said no. He said it's a lie. I want to lure us. When you lure us, then you now start charging. I said when they charge, you know it's not us. Know that there is GPT somewhere. So yes, we'll have yeah, well, I'll drop the link. I'll drop the link after the live. It's a vibrant community. I'll drop so that you'll be able to join. And as I said, it's a vibrant place. We've been there for almost 1 year. Very soon we'll make 1 year. And many people have gotten their partners there and they have gotten themselves connected. And sometimes when I come live, I see somebody say, Madam, thank you very much. I got my partner on your platform. Thank you. You're doing a great job. Thank you very much. I say, wow. And how are you doing? How are you coping? Before I know what's happening, she had disappeared again. Either it's he or she, I wouldn't know. Okay. So a lot of people have gotten their partners there, and as I say, it's a closely knitted thing. That's what we get. If you have a challenge in your relationship or your life, you bring up the challenge there. There are a lot of people, both people that are older than us, people that are younger, people that have known it all. We have some married people there that they may give you counsel, they may give you an advice based on their own life experiences. So it's just a full house, and we have 4 of them. So thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. I can see my Nostina. How are you today? Yes, we are talking about toxic relationships. How you can know that your relationship is toxic, so that you pull out on time before the problem will become such that one partner will look for how to on her life or how to buy the other. You pull out safely without interrupting any serious problem. So we've mentioned 10 things, 10 things that in case you are just joining now, let me just do a quick rundown of the 10 things you can, the way you can know that your relationship is toxic, so that you know how to pull out. First thing is, if your partner is constantly having conflict with your partner, constantly criticizing you, doesn't there's a lack of trust in your relationship, and he's frequently arguing, and he doesn't offer you any support system, is not there to support you to grow, he's having a controlling behavior, likes to control everything you do, is isolating you, trying to pull away from your friends, from your circle of friends, from your support system, is not consistent in his behavior, is unpredictable, and frequently argues, always tries to manipulate you, to gaslight you, to make you do what you don't want to do, either through emotionally blackmailing you, or is abusing you either physically or emotionally. Those are signs that your relationship with that person is toxic, and it will be a good thing for you to either sit him or her down to talk over things, to know how you can improve the relationship, to make it to become okay. Or if you try that, it doesn't work out, it will be the best for you to pull out, because one, you are not heading anywhere, and you are making a relationship so that will be there for you, a relationship that you can rely on, a relationship that will be there for you in time of need. That kind of person that will not, that is giving you this kind of a vibes, definitely cannot be the person. So the earlier you pull out, the better. So how you can pull out from such a relationship is what we want to talk about, without you having a problem. How you can safely pull out from a toxic relationship. We say number one, first of all, is to identify that there's a problem, and acknowledge the fact that yes, this relationship is not heading anywhere, there's a problem with this relationship. Once you have been able to identify that, you should be able to set boundaries. Set boundaries as in, this is what I don't want you to do, this then you should be able to seek support. Talk to people, either a professional advice or just your friends or family. Explain to them what you're passing through, and let them give you their own advice. Then create a safety plan. Create a safety plan on how to pull out. Another thing is that you must be able to end whatever communication you are having with such a person, either through not calling him again, or blocking him or her on WhatsApp or messages somehow, so that the person doesn't have the chance to, because some of them that are like this, they have a way of being persistent, they have a way of gaslighting one, compelling one to do what he or she doesn't want to do. Especially some people, if they know you want to leave them, they may decide to pull a fast one on you. So the next thing you must do is to give yourself time to heal, because pulling out from that relationship might not be very easy. You need time to heal. Also, you need time to take out and take care of yourself. Self-love. Take up a hobby, take up a career, take up a course. Just divert your energy towards that thing. Improve yourself, improve your self-worth. The next thing is for you to also make sure that you do not allow anybody to make you change your mind. Be firm. Once you have found out that the relationship is not working in your favor, is not helping you, then, and you want to pull out, then be firm in your decision. Don't let anybody change your mind for you, because the earlier you set back, step away, the earlier you'll be able to heal, the earlier you'll be able to, look for another relationship and establish it. The next thing is reflect on what happened. What is it that happened? Why did it go wrong? When did you go wrong? Identify that problem, so that you will not allow such a problem to repeat in your next relationship. So far so good. That's what to have. I can see engineer Dewumi, you're welcome. Thank you. You are really learning from this. Yeah, we are learning from ourselves. So if you have any addition, anything else you think that one can watch out for in a relationship, for him or her to know that relationship is not heading anywhere, you let us know at the comment section, so that they will also learn and know. Because what we are interested in is how to make our relationships to be more enjoyable, more vibrant, more alive. You remember your partner, you are smiling, you are happy. You want to visit him, you are happy, you are smiling. Or he is coming back home, you are happy. Not your partner is coming, you are feeling bad. You are now beginning to wonder the another problem, So it's not supposed to be so. And that's the kind of a thing we are trying to avoid in relationships. That's why we keep on talking about relationship education. And new people, please like this video, share it, let some people get to hear, because some people may not know. That's why we're having so many divorces, so many breakups, so many broken homes, so many people having issues with your partners, and getting to the point of trying to terminate the life of your partner. For what? Just because of some little issues that we neglect, that we do not attach meanings to. For example, once you know about these signs that your relationship is toxic, then once you see it in your relationship, you begin to address it at that initial stage, so that it doesn't develop taproot. If you plant something today and you uproot it the following day, it is easy. But if you wait to uproot it after 3 years, that taproot might not be able to uproot it. So that's why in relationships you nurture it like you nurture a plant. Once you see something you don't feel comfortable in the relationship, tackle it immediately before it will be develop root. Address it to your partner, talk over it with him or her, and get it sorted. The earlier you do it the better, before the thing will start degenerate into something better and into something worse. So engineer that way, because right now you are in a relationship that the lady is not really interested much in you. Sometimes it looks like her love is fading, and her character sometimes is arrogant, and it's a distant relationship. Wow. What you have to do is to find out exactly what she really wants in that relationship. What does she want? Because if she wants a long-term relationship, then she should take it seriously. But if she just wants a fling, maybe the time she wanted you has expired. So it is something you should define what you want. That's why we talk about setting a long-term goal. Hello, I love you, I like your hair, I like your sky, I like your smile. Can we start dating you? Start a good. Define what you want at the initial stage. Ask her what she wants in that relationship, and tell her what you want in that relationship. If your plans, future plans are the same, then you start working on how to achieve that your future plan. If she's planning to move on after about 2 years of relating with you, then and you want a relationship that can last to marriage, that means that she's definitely not the person. And if she's not as forthcoming as you expect her to be, maybe she's talking to somebody else, maybe she's developing interest, or she has somebody else. That's what you should find out. So you don't waste your time on her. You don't waste your time on your time is money, and the time you used to build a relationship with another person, you are wasting it on her. And meanwhile she has given you signs that she is not committed. Because if somebody is having a relationship with you, the person should be committed to that relationship, unless it's just a simple fling thing. So thank you very much for you people's presence. I really appreciate your contribution, your doggedness, your presence, and your time. Thank you. I'm grateful. Please, as I said, this is Kechi Vibe Matchmaking and Love Relationship Platform. We come to find love, relationship, connection, and learn how to make our relationship to be sweet, enjoyable, vibrant, and lasting. Anytime we're alive, it's time for matchmaking. So if you want to showcase yourself, you can come up to the screen, send us an invite to bring up to the screen. You tell us your name, your age, location, blog, region, type, what to do for a living. Then you describe the kind of a partner you want. Who knows, your partner might even be there at the comment section, and connection will take place immediately. Or you can drop all your information at the comment section, your name, your age, location, blog, regional type, what you do for a living, describe the kind of a partner you want, tell us the age range of the partner, tell us the sex of the partner you want. Drop them all there at the comment section or at the description. Your partner might even be there, might connect up with you, or we'll pick it up from there, work on it for you. Or you can join us in our community where we'll do matchmaking. It's a vibrant community. After this live, I'm going to drop a link at the comment section that will take you straight to our community. Your partner might even be there already waiting for you. Who knows? And connection will take place immediately. So thank you very much for your presence. Thank you for being there. Thank you for your contribution. I can see engineer said I asked her what are the things she wants from me, but she kept mentioning her niece. So I don't know if that is exactly what she's supposed to say. Though she what she wants from you cannot be her needs, man. What kind of needs? That is what we are talking about. If you have a partner who is coming up with expectations, physical expectations, or things that money can buy, is that the major thing? The major thing should be relationship. Build that relationship first. Let there be commitment. Let her be committed to you. What does she want from you? Remember, you are the guy. You should take the upper hand. Tell her what you want in that relationship. If she doesn't want the same thing that you want, then you now know that there's no match. Okay, so that's it. So thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate. See you same time tomorrow, or anytime any matter comes up that requires urgent attention, we'll just bring up to the screen and share it. And if you want to come to the screen to explain things to us, Mr. Engineer Adeyemi, you can still come up to the screen and explain things to us, so that other people, aid their views for you to be able to get the proper info. So thank you. See you tomorrow, same time. Bye.